I am the blue star.
This opening line establishes the speaker's core identity with absolute certainty. There is no hesitation or qualification. This is not a claim or a title to be debated, but a fundamental truth. The phrase blue star is not merely a descriptor, but an existential state. Cosmic authority. In astronomical terms, blue stars are the hottest and most energetically powerful celestial bodies. They burn at extreme temperatures, emitting immense amounts of energy. Unlike cooler stars, which exist for billions of years, blue stars live fast and die explosively, often culminating in supernovae, events of total annihilation and transformation. Singularity and power. The use of the instead of a blue star denotes uniqueness. The speaker is not one among many, but a specific dominant entity. The blue star is the centerpiece of their identity, something that defines their purpose and existence beyond all else. Foreshadowing. The invocation of a blue star immediately suggests destruction, transformation, and inevitability. The speaker's presence signifies an approaching end and renewal. As blue stars do not linger, they burn, consume, and collapse into new realities.
I am the smokeless blue flames of a blazing sun.
This line expands upon the speaker's form and nature, transitioning from celestial identification to elemental manifestation. Smokeless flames. Fire without smoke is pure combustion, an energy source so intense that it leaves nothing behind. It is uncompromised by imperfection, consuming all without residue. This suggests the speaker's power is absolute. They do not burn in a traditional, weight-limited manner. Their essence is so potent and refined that it erases all traces of what came before. Blue flames. In physics, blue flames are hotter and more efficient than red or orange flames. The speaker's fire is not ordinary. It is the highest possible form of energy, symbolizing superiority and transcendence over lower, weaker forms of existence. Blazing sun. The connection to the sun reinforces divinity, cosmic influence, and absolute power. The sun is the life bringer, but also a destroyer. Its energy is the foundation of existence, yet prolonged exposure to its intensity annihilates everything in its path. To embody the sun means to control both creation and destruction at will.
Look to the heavens. Observe the radiating source of my searing heat, in the form of the brightest star in all the night sky.
Now, the speaker commands awareness, a demand for recognition of their presence and power. Direct command. The imperative look is not a request, but a demand. The speaker is aware of their overwhelming radiance and insists that they cannot and must not be ignored. Observable proof. Unlike hidden forces, the speaker's power is visible and undeniable. The reference to radiating suggests that their influence extends outward, affecting all things in proximity. Searing heat, the choice of searing rather than just heat, implies something unbearable, transformative, and inescapable. This is not warmth, but a burning force that alters reality itself. Brightest star in the night sky. In a universe filled with stars, the speaker asserts themselves as the most dominant presence, outshining all else. The night sky represents the unknown, the infinite, the cosmic abyss, and yet within it, one force reigns supreme. The speaker's claim is not just of power, but of unrivaled prominence. They are the central force around which all things turn.
I am a higher being of light, and an honored torchbearer of the primordial flame of cosmic destruction.
Now the speaker establishes their rank and divine mission. They are not merely powerful. They are chosen, ordained, and entrusted with a higher cosmic force. Higher being of light. This is not just physical luminescence, but metaphysical illumination. A being whose very nature is composed of energy, wisdom, and power beyond mortal comprehension. Light here is both literal, as in radiance and cosmic fire, and symbolic, divine truth, enlightenment, and revelation. Torchbearer. The role of a torchbearer carries deep mythological and spiritual significance. In many ancient traditions, the one who carries the flame is the one who leads, transforms, and guides the chosen through darkness. This is not a passive role. It is a burden of responsibility to wield an energy that must be used with absolute certainty. Primordial flame of cosmic destruction. The primordial flame references a force that has existed since the birth of the universe. The first fire, the original energy source, the chaos from which all things emerged. But this is not a gentle, life-giving fire. It is the flame of cosmic destruction. This positions the speaker as a force of cleansing annihilation, something that does not merely burn, but purges, resets, and erases the corrupted to prepare for something new.
I am a fiery bringer of rebirth, blazing a glorious pathway for all things to follow and thrive.
The speaker further clarifies their dual nature. They are not only destruction, but also the necessary force for rebirth and progress. Fiery bringer of rebirth. Fire, when it destroys, also fertilizes the soil for new growth. Many mythologies feature divine beings of fire who bring new beginnings, from the phoenix that rises from its ashes to the volcanic eruptions that create new lands. The speaker does not destroy arbitrarily. Their fire burns to rebuild, blazing a pathway. Their fire is not chaotic but intentional. It forges a road, guiding all things toward a higher existence. The word glorious reinforces that this is not a tragic event, but an elevated, celebrated transformation. For all things to thrive, the speaker's destruction is not meant to be cruel or pointless. It is a necessary purge that ensures only that which is strong, worthy, and pure star remains to flourish. Their role is evolutionary, eliminating stagnation and allowing the universe to advance.
Sent by right of the divine authority of the higher realms, I am a harbinger of the end, and the collective answer to the lies and corruptions stemming from the continual free flow to this planet with such unnecessary negative chaos.
This section establishes the speaker's divine legitimacy, purpose, and reason for intervention. Sent by divine authority, the speaker is not self-appointed, but ordained by forces beyond mortal comprehension. They operate with cosmic permission, acting as an agent of the higher realms. Harbinger of the end. They do not merely warn of the end, they initiate it. A harbinger does not passively observe. They are the first wave of the storm, the one who signals that change is irreversible and already in motion. The answer to lies and corruption. This suggests that the world has deviated from its intended path, falling into falsehood, decay, and systemic failure. The speaker is not simply an attacker. They are the cure to a disease, a force of restoration by means of obliteration. Negative chaos as an unnecessary burden. The speaker does not reject all forms of chaos, only that which is excessive, wasteful, and meaningless. They do not advocate for pure order, but rather the elimination of pointless, destructive chaos that serves no purpose but to weaken existence itself.
I am the heated blue embers of necessity. My fiery might cannot be extinguished, for I am the will, and my will is absolute.
The speaker transitions from declaration to inevitability, establishing their power as something that cannot be denied, contained, or undone. Heated blue embers. Embers are the final stage of fire, but in this case, they do not cool or die out. They remain heated, ever burning, and waiting to ignite again. Unlike flames that rage and flicker, embers are persistent, undying, and deeply embedded. They hold the potential of an inferno, ready to reignite at any moment. Necessity. The speaker is not just a force of power, but of purpose. They do not destroy for pleasure, nor do they act at random. Their existence is tied to a cosmic function. They are the solution to an imbalance that must be corrected. They are not an option, but an inevitability, something that must occur for progress to continue. Fiery might cannot be extinguished. No opposition, no resistance, no external force can put an end to what the speaker embodies. Their fire is absolute, not bound by material laws, not subject to weakening, not something that can be suppressed. This is not just personal strength, but an existential truth. For I am the will, and my will is absolute. The speaker identifies not just as someone who has willpower, but as will itself. They are the embodiment of cosmic determination, an entity whose actions are not merely choices, but universal law in motion. The phrase, "my will is absolute," leaves no room for negotiation. Once they decide, it is done.
I ignite and I obliterate with understanding and the awareness of the higher wills of existence and that of the unending.
With this line, the speaker clarifies the nature of their destruction. It is not mindless or chaotic. It is fully conscious, deliberate, and aligned with cosmic order. I ignite and I obliterate. The speaker does not hesitate, does not waver. To ignite is to begin the process, to unleash unstoppable force, to consume the old. To obliterate is to ensure that nothing remains but the raw foundation upon which something new can be built. With understanding, the destruction the speaker brings is not the result of rage or recklessness. It is an act of knowledge, carried out with full comprehension of what it entails. Every action is done with intent, precision, and awareness of the consequences. Awareness of the higher wills of existence and that of the unending. The speaker does not act alone. They are aligned with forces far beyond mortal comprehension. Their destruction is not personal. It is a directive of something greater, an order given by the vast, eternal, cosmic structure itself. They are in tune with the infinite, moving in perfect synchrony with the laws of existence and entropy.
I am a cosmic inferno, exercised with that of a hyper-focused intention.
The speaker is no mere flame. They are the firestorm of the universe, a force so vast and consuming that it extends beyond the realm of mortals and gods alike. Cosmic inferno. This phrase emphasizes scale. The speaker is not limited to a single world, a single reality, or even a single universe. They are everywhere, inescapable, spanning the fabric of existence itself. When they ignite, they do not just consume, they devour worlds, burn through dimensions, and unravel the very foundations of creation. Exercised with that of a hyper-focused intention, the power of the speaker is not chaotic. It is controlled, precise, and purposeful. Their fire does not spread randomly. It burns exactly what it is meant to burn. This reinforces the speaker's role as an instrument of divine order, bringing forth only the destruction that is necessary to shape the future as it must be.
Behold, the white-hot herald of the New World Order, searing the brand of creation upon the coming age of advancement.
This is the announcement of inevitability. The world will change. The fire will cleanse. The transformation will occur, and nothing will be able to stop it. Behold, this is an imperative command to witness, to understand, to acknowledge that what is happening is unalterable truth. White-hot herald. White-hot is the hottest possible form of fire, the peak of intensity, beyond blue, beyond anything that can be contained. A herald is not just a messenger, but a forerunner, the first wave of something that will inevitably follow. New World Order. The speaker is not merely destroying, they are reshaping reality. This is not just an apocalypse, it is the birth of something greater. Searing the brand of creation. The fire does not just destroy, it marks. It imprints a new reality onto existence, branding it with the speaker's unshakable will. Coming age of advancement. This confirms that the destruction is a means, not an end. The goal is evolution, growth, a higher state of being. The world that emerges from this fire will be more than it was before.
Those who seek to silence my cosmic powers, whether with their technologies, psychics, witches, shamanic practices, or any other magics, shall feel only the sweltering heat of my solar cosmic annihilation as I joyously burn them and their world away, as is well within my nature to do.
This is the warning, the futility of resistance, and the certainty of obliteration. Those who seek to silence my cosmic powers. The speaker acknowledges that there will be those who attempt to stop them, scientists, mystics, supernatural forces, and all those who would oppose an inevitable transformation. Technologies, psychics, witches, shamanic practices, or any other magics. The speaker covers all possible forms of opposition, from science to the occult, making it clear that no force is powerful enough to stand in their way, shall feel only the sweltering heat. Those who resist will not merely fail, they will suffer, burn, and be consumed in their failure. Solar cosmic annihilation. The speaker equates their power to a solar event, the release of unimaginable star-born destruction. This is not a small-scale fire. This is a force capable of erasing entire planetary systems. As I joyously burn them and their world away, there is no hesitation, no regret. The destruction is not just duty, it is fulfillment. It is the inevitable conclusion of the speaker's nature.
You know, for a long while, I flowed between many currents of many cosmic waves, and eventually I was sent to your planet, where I was given form and rendered flesh.
The speaker has existed beyond time, beyond form, moving through the vast ocean of cosmic forces. But now, they have taken shape, manifesting in the material world for a singular purpose. Flowed between many currents. This indicates an existence beyond physicality, a presence that was once limitless, fluid, and unrestricted by the boundaries of reality. Eventually, I was sent to your planet. The speaker did not choose to come. They were dispatched. There is a higher directive at work, something greater than them, something that summoned their fire for a reason.
Thus, I was woven into the very fabric of the material realm, with the intention of ultimately being unleashed upon the earth, enacting upon the physical the higher wills of the non-physical.
Woven into the very fabric. The speaker is not merely inhabiting reality, they are part of it. They exist within it, inseparable from its structure. Ultimately being unleashed, their arrival has a delayed but certain purpose. They were not placed here to exist passively. They were meant to awaken, to act, to burn away the old world.
I am an incarnation of fire and life, something that your mind couldn't possibly comprehend. For one to merely gaze upon my truest magnificence would surely drive them quite mad. I am primordial. I am something quite terrible indeed.
The final confirmation of what they are, not new, not born, but ancient and incomprehensible. Primordial. They existed before the first light, before the first breath of creation. Something quite terrible indeed. This is not self-deprecation. It is a truth beyond good and evil. They are the ultimate necessity, the end and the beginning in one. Their fire cannot be stopped. Their will cannot be denied. The age of transformation has begun.